On a serene afternoon, I sat beneath the sprawling Bodhi tree, seeking answers to the turmoil within my heart. Its vast branches whispered tales of enlightenment, yet my soul was heavy with grief and unanswered questions. As the sun dipped lower, casting long shadows, Buddha arrived, his presence serene yet commanding. His eyes held a deep well of compassion that instantly softened the tempest raging inside me. "Buddha," I began, my voice trembling, "how does one rise above sorrow that clings like vines to the spirit?" Buddha smiled gently, his lips forming a silent gesture of understanding. His silence filled the void, urging me to listen. "Master, I feel lost," he began solemnly. Buddha's gaze met the monk's, firm yet kind, carrying wisdom like the ocean embracing the shore. His words carried the weight of ancient wisdom and profound peace. "The pain you feel," he continued, "is not foreign to anyone who walks this earthly path. Share your story with others." I felt my heart tremble, unsure how sharing could relieve the burden it carried. Why must sorrow find refuge in shared humanity? I asked, yearning for clarity amidst my pain. "Pain thrives in isolation," Buddha responded, his voice like the stream that nourished the valley below. "Through sharing, grief loses its sharp edges." I pondered his words, their simplicity yet overwhelming depth. The crowd of disciples around him watched intently, each one holding their breath. He motioned for me to follow him, and together we approached a villager carrying fresh flowers to the shrine. "Offer her your tale," Buddha instructed, "but seek not pity, seek connection." I hesitated, afraid to reveal my wounds to someone I barely knew. The villager, a woman of kind demeanor, paused her journey and listened. With a trembling voice, I recounted the loss of my companion, the ache of absence that echoed in every corner. True strength lies in softness and adaptability. His words hung in the air, resonating deeply with all of us present. "Do you see how sorrow exists beyond you?" Buddha asked, his voice rising softly above the gentle wind. "This connection, unspoken, is what makes pain bearable, what turns despair into resilience." He felt its silent wisdom. "But how can I remain still when my heart aches for distant truths?" The monk questioned, still unsure of his path. "Every petal falls," he said, "and yet the tree continues to bloom." The presence of the Buddha filled the air, his gestures speaking volumes alongside his words. He led me back to his disciples, addressing the entire gathering, his teachings now amplified by this shared moment. "Suffering is not a burden to avoid," he said, "but a gift of humanity that binds us together." His disciples sat enraptured, their gazes fixed upon the master of serenity. The flame of wisdom burned within me, ignited by Buddha's profound truths. "Does this mean sorrow is unending, without escape?" I asked, yearning to understand fully. Buddha turned, his serene face glimmering in the light of dusk. "Your skill with the bow reflects discipline, yet it is your heart that shapes your true aim." He turned back to us, addressing everyone present. It connected me to something greater, a shared tapestry of existence. As the lesson concluded, Buddha beckoned us all to meditate beneath the Bodhi tree. Rooted firmly, yet expanding outward, Buddha continued, his voice unwavering. The monk nodded slowly, his spirit absorbing the profound lesson like rain nourishing parched soil. Hours passed, yet time felt irrelevant beneath the Bodhi tree's sheltering embrace. Buddha's words echoed, weaving patterns of understanding where confusion had once reigned. "Sorrow," I whispered to myself, "as a teacher, not a jailer." As the sun finally set, painting the skies in hues of purple and gold, I rose, transformed. My heart carried a renewed clarity, my soul a sense of peace that I had sought so fervently. Buddha, with his infinite compassion, had guided me to a truth as ancient as the stars. The story of shared sorrow became a mantra, a light to carry through the darkness of life's trials. Buddha's teachings resonated within me, an eternal reminder of the fragility yet beauty of human existence. And so, I walked away from the Bodhi tree, no longer shackled by my grief, but embraced by wisdom. The days that followed saw me offering solace to others, carrying Buddha's words like a beacon through the shadows. Each soul I touched reminded me that the journey to enlightenment was never solitary. Grief had become my teacher, sorrow my path, and Buddha's voice my guide. Purna approached cautiously, bowing deeply before speaking. Master, I come to you with questions that torment my weary heart, he confessed. Another day, another gathering under the expansive sky, where silence filled the void and wisdom awaited those who sought it. Buddha sat beneath a flowering tree, its blossoms falling softly, as if bowing to his timeless presence. His disciples formed a circle, their hearts open to receive the teachings of serenity and peace. Among them was a merchant named Dhanananda, his eyes restless and filled with pride. Dhanananda spoke, his voice sharp. Master, I am successful, yet my heart is troubled. I am plagued by anger that I cannot control. Buddha regarded him silently for a moment, his gaze unwavering yet gentle. Then, he spoke, his voice calm. Anger blinds the soul, Dhanananda, clouding the vision that seeks truth. To find peace, you must understand its origin. Dhanananda frowned, his pride unyielding. Anger fuels my strength, Master, and gives me power. Why should I forsake what helps me succeed? Buddha rose, his movements deliberate, and motioned for Dhanananda to follow. They walked toward a nearby pond, its surface undisturbed. Look into the water, Dhanananda. What do you see? My reflection, Dhanananda replied, his voice laced with curiosity. The surface is calm, and I see myself clearly. Buddha picked up a smooth stone and cast it into the pond. The ripples shattered the stillness, distorting the reflection. And now, Dhanananda? Buddha asked softly, what do you see? Chaos, Dhanananda muttered, the ripples obscuring his image in the water. I see only fragments of my reflection. Buddha nodded, his expression serene. This is the state of your soul when anger rules. It disrupts clarity and distorts perception. Dhanananda stared into the pond, his reflection slowly returning as the water calmed. But Master, Dhanananda asked, his voice tinged with frustration, how can I calm the waters within me? Anger is my nature. Buddha sat beside the pond, his hands resting lightly on his knees. Nature can be reshaped, Dhanananda, through understanding and practice. How do I remain connected to this inner stream? He inquired. Cease running toward illusions, Buddha advised. Observe anger without judgment? How does one do that? Imagine anger as the ripples in this pond, Buddha explained. Recognize them, but do not act upon them. Let them pass, and clarity will return. Dhanananda fell silent, his thoughts swirling like the ripples that had disrupted the pond. Buddha turned to the gathering disciples, his voice resonating. Anger is a thief that steals peace. Yet it can be conquered through mindfulness and the practice of compassion. His words hung in the air, each syllable carrying weight and wisdom. He felt the beginnings of understanding sprouting within his heart. Master, if I detach, will I lose everything I hold dear? Purna asked, his voice tinged with fear and doubt. The merchant's pride was now replaced by humility and a yearning to learn. Buddha gestured to the blossoming tree above them. Look at this tree, Dhanananda. It does not resent the storm that scatters its petals. It simply blooms again. Dhanananda gazed at the tree, its blossoms a symbol of resilience and acceptance. His heart ached, not with anger, but with a longing for inner peace. Master, I wish to bloom again, without the storm of anger within me. Thank you, Master, Purna said finally, bowing deeply. I will strive to discover the treasures within me, he promised. Begin by recognizing that anger is not you. It is a visitor. One finally spoke. Master, what beauty can there be in decay and death? The Buddha bent down and carefully plucked a single wilted lotus from the soil, holding it up for all to see. This lotus, he said, though faded, carries the essence of beauty and life. The world awaited his transformation. Another day. The village lay quiet under the weight of a recent storm. I will observe anger and let it pass like the ripples in the pond. Buddha smiled, his approval silent yet unmistakable. The path to peace begins with a single step, Dhanananda. Walk it with patience and humility. Master, we have lost everything. Our crops failed, and hope has abandoned us, he said. Buddha knelt beside the barren soil, his fingers sifting through it as he listened intently to their cries of anguish. This soil, though barren now, holds the potential for renewal, Buddha began, his voice steady as the rising sun. Dhanananda rose, his spirit lighter, his resolve stronger. He vowed to practice mindfulness and compassion, guided by the wisdom of the enlightened one. Buddha planted a seed in the dry earth, his action deliberate and calm. Within every seed lies infinite potential, he said. Dhanananda walked away from the pond, his journey toward serenity just beginning. Another day. Another lesson unfolded beneath the ancient Bodhi tree, its leaves whispering secrets carried by the gentle breeze. Buddha sat in serene meditation, his presence radiating calm that settled the hearts of those gathered around him. Among the disciples stood Varana, a scholar consumed by endless questions and theories, his satchel heavy with scrolls and texts. Master, Varana said, his voice heavy with frustration, I seek truth, yet my mind is filled with doubt and confusion. Buddha opened his eyes, his gaze soft and penetrating, as if reaching into the depths of Varana's troubled soul. It is born from embracing challenges and persevering despite the odds. But Master, we feel abandoned by divine forces, a young villager admitted, frustration lacing their words like thorns in a vine. Master, how can knowledge be a hindrance? Does it not illuminate the path to understanding? Buddha motioned to a clay bowl sitting nearby, its surface plain and unadorned, yet holding the essence of simplicity. Imagine this bowl as your mind, Buddha said, his voice calm as the still waters of a quiet pond. Varana nodded, his curiosity piqued. Buddha held the bowl up and poured water into it until it overflowed, spilling onto the earth below. What happens when the bowl is too full? Varana? Buddha asked gently. It overflows, Varana replied, his voice hesitant, unsure of the lesson hidden within the simple demonstration. Precisely, Buddha said, placing the bowl back on the ground. When your mind is too full, it cannot hold wisdom. It loses its purpose. Varana frowned, his mind racing to comprehend Buddha's words. But Master, if I empty my mind, how can I gather knowledge? How can I achieve enlightenment? Buddha picked up the bowl again, this time leaving it empty. He held it toward Varana, its emptiness stark against the fullness it had previously displayed. An empty mind creates space for wisdom to settle. Varana, truth arises naturally in a mind that is calm and open. This seed may not bloom instantly, but with nurture and effort, it will grow, Buddha pointed out, his words full of conviction. But what if the storms return? Master? One villager questioned, fear evident in their trembling voice. Balance comes through mindfulness. Varana, observe your thoughts as they arise, but do not cling to them. Let them pass. The disciples listened intently, their hearts resonating with the profound simplicity of Buddha's words. Varana felt the weight of his satchel, filled with scrolls that suddenly seemed less important. Master, Varana said, his voice softened by humility, I understand the need for balance. Yet my mind rebels against silence. I am with you. In your actions, in your hope, do not seek solutions in distant places, Buddha advised. Varana gazed at the tree, its roots deeply anchored in the earth, its branches free to dance in the breeze. His heart ached with the longing to achieve such balance, to quiet the storm within him. The path to wisdom is not through accumulation, Varana, Buddha continued, but through surrender. Surrender the need to know everything, and truth will reveal itself. Buddha is within you, not beyond you. As Buddha departed, the villagers began to work together, their actions fueled by a newfound faith in their ability to rebuild. The barren fields saw hands tilling soil again, planting seeds with care, and nurturing hope where despair had once taken root. In the days to come, the village transformed, guided by the wisdom Buddha had imparted during their darkest hour. The divine truly rested where they stood, in their perseverance, in their unity, and in their renewal of faith in life. When the meditation ended, Varana rose, his heart transformed by the wisdom imparted by the enlightened one. He gazed at the empty bowl, its simplicity now a profound symbol of balance and surrender. Master, Varana said, his voice steady and filled with gratitude, I will practice mindfulness and create space for wisdom to settle within. Buddha smiled, his approval silent yet unmistakable. The path to peace begins with a single step, Varana. Walk it with patience and humility. As the sun set, painting the skies in hues of purple and gold, Varana felt a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. The teachings of Buddha lingered within him, a luminous flame guiding him through the complexities of life. His words resonated in the stillness, their significance echoing in the hearts of those gathered. The night embraced their understanding. The garden of Jetavana rested under the watchful gaze of the moon, the teachings of the day firmly planted within. Another day, another gathering under the ancient Bodhi tree at Jetavana brought disciples close to Buddha's infinite wisdom. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.